People of the internet, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Out of the Park Baseball 17 Premier League Baseball GM Mode Sim. I am F5 Penguin. You can find me all over the internet at F5 Penguin. And I have to tell you something. In the last video, I went to record it, went to save it, uploaded it, and there was a glitch in the video. So we did actually made a bunch of changes too. A lot of things happened. So yeah, we had a bunch of stuff to take care of, and I could not show you the video because the whole thing was corrupted because I hit the wrong setting when I recorded the video. So I apologize about that. But what we're going to do is we're going to recap after we download this file. So we're going to download the new update. It is going to be August 19th. In the last video, we did 10 games, excuse me, just to see where we sat in the league. Kind of let that run. We lost a lot of games. My owner is furious at this point. But a lot of interesting thing happened too that I wanted to show you. We are 17-32. Horrible. We are worse than Joplin, and Joplin, my brother, who runs that team, was out for the entire weekend with injuries, and he still has a better record than I do. So, kind of upset about that. Now, we have to look at what happened. We made a bunch of changes. We're going to look at the new stuff in just a second because it doesn't matter. Let's go to the transaction log, and let's go over to July and recap what we did. So after we put Edgar Cantu back on the roster, we had signed a couple of people to from the international squad to the minor league contracts. So we're going to go over those right now. We had a couple of pitchers. We had to fill a couple of holes because of the injuries we had. So I signed Edwin Perez. He's projected to be... I'm sorry, we didn't sign him. I apologize. This is not who we signed. Yeah, he's actually in our international squad. Ignore that. Going over to August, these are what's important here. So we let go a bunch of people. Basically, when our scout goes and gets people, he looks at people, signs them to the international squad, and we can look and see if they're going to project to be anything decent or something that we want to try. Most of the time, it doesn't really work out, and you end up releasing the players because their stats are no more than a 3 or a 4 in most categories. We need 5 for Major League minimum 5. So I released a bunch of players that did not fall into that category, which is fine. Then I went to fill in a couple of holes because we had a couple of pitchers being injured. I went ahead and signed a couple of pitchers to the minor league roster for single A. Kane Miura is projected to be a 5 across the board with OSA and with my scout, so we signed him. That's good. We signed, and none of these people cost money because they're all minor league contracts, which are free for us. We signed Thomas Gallegos, 5s across the board from my scout. We'll get a OSA report here very shortly on this guy because he was a new discovery. He was discovered on June 1st, so we'll wait until the end of the season to get a discovery report from him. And Eloy Folgado is 5s across the board on my side and 8-4-5 on OSA. So if I can get the stuff up, man, I'll be pretty happy about that. And he's already got 3 pitches, so we'll be pretty good there. I'm kind of excited. Then we placed Dupuis and Williamson. Both of them got injured. We had to put them on the injured reserve list, which is why we signed all these people. So Williamson, that's crucial for us. He was actually decent-ish in the major league. Dupuis was in the double A, so we had to bring up some people there, and we'll go over that in just a moment. And then we signed Zuyu Zhu. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that, but I'm going to try. To a minor league to single A. Or we brought him on to the, we discovered him, and he's in our international squad. 3-4-6. I'm going to wait for OSA to make the call on this one, because if it turns out to be like 8-6-6, then I'll take a shot. So yeah, that's where we're at as far as that's concerned. Let's go ahead and look at the rosters, and we'll bring in a couple of people in a moment. Zach Starks got injured. No. Golly. All right. Zach Starks is injured, so I got to put him on the DL. Then what we did here is we moved up, like I told you in the video, we moved up Callens to right field in AAA because we needed to fill the hole that Curtis was out with, 7 months. That's pretty big. Then over here, we made a bunch of changes. Aguilar's injured again. Oh my goodness gracious, he is not working out. He's supposed to be tops, and he just keeps sliding, and it's not good. I moved him to right field because he can learn a new position at 20. Moved him to right field, and he's been playing. And apparently he was doing pretty good because he's ready to move up. But so we did that. Then we also moved up Montez Bodai because we didn't have a third baseman in the AA. We had to do that. Then we moved up a couple of pitchers. We moved up Milan, and we moved up one other. Fristo. We moved them up to the AA to fill in the gap for the pitchers that we had injured because we had, where is it here? 2 pitchers injured, Murdaugh and Dupuis. So we had to fill that hole too. When we did that, we had a lot of gaps in the single A over here. So we had to account for that as well. So that's why we signed a bunch of those players I just told you about. And Powell's injured. Good Lord, the injury bug. The injury bug is way strong right now. And we're 18-35. We won 1 game and lost 3. That's amazing. So Powell got injured, but we did this here, and I'll show you what we did in the single A. So you'll see here that now Powell is starting with Pinson. Now he won't be anymore. And I brought up a couple of other players to sign on, so we had a little bit more depth in our roster, which we needed. It was a good thing to do. So all of this is happening. You can see my starting pitchers are crushing it. Because we made a couple of changes, Eloy Folgado came right out of the international squad and came on and is doing pretty good. And then Alex Carrillo, he moved up from, I believe he was a reliever. Now he's a starting pitcher, and he's doing fairly well. So our single A is although it's 27 and 29, pitching-wise, we're doing pretty good. Kind of happy about that. We are dying, though, at the AA now, which I'm kind of upset about. 34 and 22, where we started like 12 and 1, right? It was crazy. So we are dealing with that, and the AAA is doing quite well, 34 and 24. So let's move Powell out to the DL. Let's move Aguilar out to the DL. Good Lord, the injury bug is strong. And no other injuries, right? Okay, and then we're going to get into what happened here. I have mail to show you with all this stuff. Tamayo can come back out, which we need him to play in an auxiliary role for the AA. We need that. Let's take a look at the AA real quick. And let's move. This is not good. Can any of them play right field? Who can play right field? Trangies can play right field better than Tamayo. Okay, so Trangies is up. Tamayo is back up. Clear all lineups. Ask for a lineup. Boom. Copy depth chart. Paste depth chart. And then go ahead and ask the lineup for the left side as well. Perfect. Then we go to the minors. Boom. Minors. All right. And we got the same thing happening here. So Pinsent moves up. And who can play center field? Perez. You are subbing for pretty much everybody now. Perfect. You'll get some starting time. Clear all lineups. Copy depth chart. Paste depth chart. Ask for all lineups. Boom. We got that going. Okay, now we got to go look at what happened. Let's recap a bit because some things are going on. Kangaroo Court is in session. Okay, so we had 3 losses in a row, and Isaiah Fountain was mad about not playing enough. So he made it known to the manager, and apparently my team had a closed-door meeting, and Philpott, oh, sweet veteran Philpott, said Fountain was tried for high treason, conduct detrimental to the team, and some serious foot odor. He had to pay $100, 1 day of charity work, and he was found guilty of all crimes. So Fountain should be okay now. I think that was a lighthearted gesture to, let's see, transactional team chemistry, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, he's not too thrilled still. That's what we have to deal with. So that's what happens when you lose so many games. This is tanking fast. I'm so worried. I hope some of these players don't take options just so I can refresh the team. We'll delete that. So Kleinmeyer, this week's star player. This was surprising because I thought he had lost his mojo, if you want to say. But right now, Kleinmeyer is doing a 309 with 5 home runs, 11 RBIs, and 10 runs scored. In the past couple of games, he had 8 hits, 14 at-bats, 3 home runs, 5 RBIs. So this is proof that the slight change we made in the majors was beneficial for our scoring, for sure. But then I look at the scores we just had. We lost 4-1, 2-1, and 6-2. I don't know. All right, delete. So then Hernandez got suspended for 6 games. He got into a brawl with someone from the Senators, John Behoon, and both players had to sit out 5 games. Actually, Hernandez got 6. So our starting pitcher that we moved up from relief to start just got a 6-game suspension. So I had to account for that in the video. This was like the most active video ever, and the injury bug killed us in the corruption. So I apologize. So we delete that message. Gold Eyes win 6-2 against Brooklyn. Do we even need to look at the box score at this point? 6 innings where everything went south. We didn't score anything. Burleson. God, Lee Burleson. You were so good for so long, and now you're bad. 2-1 against Clark. Let's see. Oh, we won 2-1. See, we're still not scoring enough. Kleinmeyer. Let's see how Kleinmeyer did. 0-3 with a walk. Left 3 on base. So after his stellar week, this is where we go. Moreno with the hold. Martin Lombard with the hold. Zelaya with his 8th save of the season. He will not be breaking his save record this season for sure. So we have a couple of stars in pitching, just not enough to really make it work. 9-6 loss against Winnipeg. Kleinmeyer went 1 for 3, left 1 on base. I kind of like Kleinmeyer in the second base position. And I like Austin in first base when he's playing there. That's kind of interesting, too. Caught stealing Punkachar. That's okay. How is Punkachar doing for the season? He's batting a 311. Okay, so with Capra being out for almost a year, he's going to have to kind of reset back in the minors, probably in Double or Triple A. I'm glad we have a good, solid stopgap here with Punkachar. How's his errors? Does he have a lot of errors? Fielding stats. 2 errors. 987 fielding percentage, plus 9 zone rating. That's pretty good. I'm happy about that. I can't complain. His stats for fielding are outrageous. Even though his arm's not great, his range is amazing. So I like having him. I like having him a lot. Let's see how we did. Stats. So Zelaya blows a save and gets a loss. Wow. I'm surprised by that. Do we move Zelaya in the offseason? He's got, what were we paying, like $700K? Here's a question we're going to ask you all. Let me know on Twitter. We're paying him $450,000. Okay, $550 coming up soon. Couple of bonuses, but nothing crazy. No trade clause. Crap. So I cannot move him. All right. I'm surprised. Filthy stuff. Gets hit hard. Can work corners. Yeah. His stuff was a 6 at some point, and it dropped just a bit. Probably because of us losing so much. Yeah, his fastball's a 7, curves 8. All right, we're going to hold on to him. We're just going to have to keep a watch on him just to make sure everything works out there. I'm not going to worry about that. He's got 8 saves on the season. I mean, if we win more games, he gets more saves. It's as easy as that. So we can delete that. Checking in. And we have, let's check before we get to Alston, who's going to yell at us. We lost 4-1 against Buffalo, or the Buffaloes of Houston. I apologize. And Hernandez gets another loss. He finally is back. So pitchers that serve suspensions, they don't have to serve playtime suspensions. Like every game that they play is a game played, a game served, and they get subbed. Instead, they just serve 6. So we only missed like 1 start. That's not bad, right? That's not bad. Okay, so he gets the loss, 5.2 innings. What happened here? Oh, it was a 6. What happened? Oh, it was a rain out. Okay. Huh. I have not had a rain out before. I know some people have had a rain out, but I've not had a rain out. 5.2 innings, gave up 4 runs. Okay. I can't use that as a good metric. I mean, I really can't. So, Alston says, the bickering in the clubhouse is starting to perfect our performance on the field. Please do something to stop the infighting in the locker room. I get this every season when they lose. How do you stop it? I need more veterans. Who do we sign? I don't know. I ask all of you to check out the link in the description. Look at the free agents. See if there's any veterans we can go for. Look at other players. See if there's anybody we could trade. And see if we can bring in a veteran to control the infighting. Especially while we're losing, because it's going to keep happening for a while here. Let's delete that. Let's go back to the pitching so you can see what we changed. Clark, Hernandez, Zamorano, Romero, Burleson. That's what we went with. Chavez and Rydell, avoid high leverage. Martin used less often. He's been demoted to non-starter anymore. And Lombard, middle relief. So it's like Lombard, Moreno, Zelaya every day. That's what we're going with. And in the lineups, as we talked about, we got Austin, Espinoza, Kober, and then lefty, Espinoza, Kober, Austin at second base. And on the right side, we have Kleinmeyer. So we made a couple of changes, and the hitting seems to be kind of hit and miss, no pun intended, but Kleinmeyer is doing quite well. So if I can get rid of Austin, Austin, we'll be a lot happier. I only have him for this season, and then he has the option to opt out, and I pray, since he's angry, that he will opt out. Because that saves me $1 million. Right? It saves me $750,000 right there. And he's 35. So I'm waiting for these guys to just move on. And if they can move on, I'd be a lot happier. I don't want to continue this season. I just want to throw in the towel. But I know that if we can continue and carry on, we will be okay. It's just not going to be right away. It's going to take it's going to take some time. Okay, it's going to take some time. Kind of have to work through whatever is going on. Do we need to bring up, by the way, because my catchers are ready to move up, do we bring up anybody as pitcher or anybody else? Do you see anybody that we need to bring up? Cortez Nieves is doing amazing, by the way, for our AA team. 21 saves, 0.67 ERA, 27 games. This is amazing. 27 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 19 hits, 6 walks, 13 strikeouts. That's pretty good. I'll take that in the AA any day of the week. So hopefully he'll go away too, because he should be pissed. He should be really mad, but he's happy. Like his role is unhappy, but everything else is okay because they're winning. Like winning fixes everything. I find that hysterical because it's just funny because he wanted to play in the majors. He was complaining. He wanted to get traded, and now he's like, I'm okay down here in Phoenix. Oh, man. All right. So, you know where we're at. Like, do I even have to leave it here? Because this is not going to happen. What we need to look forward to is the draft, and we need to go for another top pick in. Do we go for pitching or do we go for fielding? Let me know. Tweet me at F5Penguin or message me on YouTube in the comments. Make sure you subscribe and like, by the way. I appreciate it. We're moving up in the ranks, and it's all thanks to all of you that are watching, for sure. I don't know what else to show because there's really nothing going on. We're still we're second again. We switched between first and second in player development for our minor league ranking system, which is amazing because we have a good minor league and they're slowly moving themselves up. That's what I can count on. So we're doing that. As you can see, Pena is actually one of our top guys, and he's in the majors. See, I'm making the right moves slowly but surely. We're going to kind of bring up these people, and hopefully it all kind of balances itself out. I'm praying that it does. We go to accounting, though, and we're going to be losing $1 million this season. I'm scared about that. I'm not going to lie. Finances, our fan interest keeps dropping because we keep losing games. But our attendance went up, so that's good. We made the games cheaper. I guess I'll keep it the same. I'm just trying to think, like, what do we do at this point? And I don't have a definitive answer. But that's okay. We will get through this season, and we will reassess because upcoming free agents. We have Wilson coming up, and then we also have a bunch of opt-outs that I'm praying everyone takes the opt-out. So, yeah, look it over. Link in the description. I will leave it at the info screen where you can see that. Actually, what I'll do is I'll leave it at the players, lineups, and batting stats. So you can kind of see where we sit for the season for our batters, and we'll look at pitching next time. In the next video, we'll just continue the cycle. The injury bug is real, and we're losing our prospects, and I'm going to cry in the corner right now and be sad. I'm F5 Penguin. You can find me on the internet at F5 Penguin. I hope you enjoyed this video, as painful as it might be from time to time, as you watch us try to come out of this 95 story deep hole that we've built. This is Out of the Park Baseball 17. This is Premier League Baseball GM Mode Sim. I am F5 Penguin. This is the Brooklyn Atlantics, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.